Today is July 14th, 2026. It is day 6 of our journey through Musashi's Dokoro. And before we start today, I need to backtrack to yesterday's principle, because I think I didn't fully grasp the principle until around 3 a.m. today. Yesterday's principle was about freeing yourself from desire your whole life long, and I didn't realize that we put our desires in every ordinary thing. That in order to truly accept everything as the way it is, you do have to give up those desires. Or you may think on the surface level, like, oh, I'm just sending a text message. I just said, hey, good morning. But if you get left on red and you don't talk to the person for the entire day, you start to beat yourself up and you start to worry about any number of things. And it's an interesting situation to be in, because when that happens and you think about the last principle, you realize that the blueprint that he was talking about and the desires that he was talking about, it's subconscious. It's freeing yourself from these subconscious desires. You know, you send a text message, you call someone, you want them to pick up, you want them to respond to the message. But true freedom is seeing something or wanting to say something and doing so and being perfectly fine and content with the fact that they don't owe you a response. That they don't owe you anything. That no person, no thing, reality itself does not owe you anything. So I think that's something that I'm learning as we continue the journey, is I can now recognize the blueprint on reality that I was put in. You know, I'm a person where it's like, oh, something kind of shitty happened, and maybe we reconciled, and then I go to talk to you the next day and everything feels different. It's not that it doesn't feel different because our energy and our feelings and all these things have changed. It feels different because I thought in my head that when we said, okay, I think we're good, that fully meant right then and there, we're good. It doesn't mean we're okay, but we need to build to get back to where we were. We're okay, but we need to build to get better again. And that's a blueprint. That's an ideal viewpoint on reality. That's not how reality works. That's not how reality goes. So that's definitely a harder one to wrap my head around and try to learn and everything like that. So on to today. Today we have principle number 6. Do not regret what you have done. And I think this one is obviously easier said than done, but I think of all the principles so far, I think this is the easiest one for me to wrap my head around, because of principle number 3, which was about do not make half-hearted commitments. The way I've shortened principle number 3 is, I'll say if it's not something I want to say hell yes to, it's probably something I should say no to. And I've been trying to stick to that. And I have regrets in my life, but they aren't actionable regrets. They're not like, oh, I regret this event that I like chose and stuff like that. It's like, no, I regret how I made someone feel. Or on a deeper level, I regret that I spoke with fear. That's a pretty big one for me. It's like I regret that I spoke with fear, because the words that were chosen out of fear are not the right words to actually communicate effectively the emotions I was feeling, or the thoughts in my head. They weren't accurate enough. They were shallow enough to be misconstrued and translated as hurt. So that's something that I deal with and that I do regret, is not being mindful of, not taking the time to process, to truly process before having certain conversations. And now, as I learn to not regret the things I've done, I think I'm learning to move forward, and I'm learning to forgive myself. You know, I've put in the work to change. I put in the work to fix things. And as terrifying as it is to say, especially out loud, but as terrifying as it is to say, I might have ruined this opportunity. I might have ruined this time. I might have ruined this relationship because I spoke out of fear instead of taking a moment to step back and analyze. That person that I was during that time is not the same person that I am today. And some people find that hard to believe. Some people believe that that's just words, and that's okay, because I know that I'm doing the work. I'm doing the things that people don't see, right? I talk to my psychiatrist sometimes 3 times a day, working on things. I'm going through the Dakota. I'm fully, I'm journaling my experience. I'm documenting my experience. I'm fully going through this metamorphosis, as painful as it is. Because if y'all remember the first episodes, I was crying. Excuse me, I was crying. I was crying, and then I felt relieved, and then I was happy, and then I was crying again. Some of the things that don't get captured on camera, a lot of the things that don't get captured on camera, is the sheer up and down that I went those first couple days, especially. Like, when you start a spiritual awakening or self-discovery journey or anything like that, it's so hard. It's basically like you're a fetus and you're laid there, crawled up, and you're just crying. That's what it feels like. You're just a baby again. And so, with that in mind, I'm not the same man that made that mistake. I'm not the same man that made any of the mistakes that I have made. My kindness is different now. My kindness is different now, and sometimes my kindness can be harsh. That used to be terrifying for me. You know, it's like, how can it be kind if it hurts somebody? It's like, well, the truth will hurt people. And it's not fun to say the truth. But you can't be trapped in... You can't be trapped in that fear forever. You still have to speak the truth. Yeah. You know what's funny? I don't even have a cough because I'm getting sick or anything like that. My body and my brain has just been going through so much over the course of these 6 days that I have a cough as if something is stuck in my throat, and it's just this anxious feeling that's caught in my throat. think I think regretting what you have done or regretting who you once were brings your mind backwards. I think that it's like a candle that's burning itself from the inside. I think instead of regretting who I was, I now know to dissect who I was and the thing that I did and say, okay, that is who I was then. That is not who I want to be going forward. How do I change that? Let's dissect that. Like first things first, accept that that situation was what it was. Accept that that was the world. That was the reality. Accept it. And now dissect it. Why did I do it? Why did I feel that way? On a deeper level. How do I move forward? And I think that's where I'm at now. I think not regretting what you have done fundamentally comes down to embracing what happened, grow from it, and move forward. Truly, I think that's what it's about. It's about embracing what happened, or accepting what happened, embracing it, and moving forward. Grow from it, move forward. I think those are the steps to never regretting what you have done. I think those are like the major steps. If I'm putting them in order, I think you don't make half-hearted decisions. You accept the world as it is. You live your life. And when you think that you're going to regret something, like you think like, oh damn, I'm probably gonna regret this. If you accept the things as they were, and you made decisions that your entire heart, your entire being was in, one, you most likely won't regret it. But two, in case you believe that you regret it, you look at what happened, you embrace what happened, then you grow from it, and you move forward. I think it really is that simple, and it's easier said than done, 100%. But this is where I'm at now. I had deeply hurt someone that I love and care about more than anyone else in the entire world, because I spoke with nothing but fear, and that fear made all of my words so shallow that all they could do was cut into the other person, rather than accurately explain what I was feeling and dealing with. And that's something that I have to live with, and that is something that I have to forgive myself for. And I think today is the day that I forgive myself for it, because I'm not that man. And I will never be that man again. As long as I take the steps, as long as I continue to be mindful, as long as I think deeply of the world and lightly of myself, I don't think I will ever be that person again, and I will never make that same mistake again. I think I'm at a point where I do not regret what I have done. I think the hardest thing that I'm working through right now is not having assumptions or expectations, back to the last principle. I think that's the one I'm still like lingering on, because you send a text. That's like the best example I can give you that makes things like tangible for people is, hey, you send a text And don't even think, don't even subconsciously think about what if they don't reply? What if they reply? What if that, like, no. Just, I wanted to say something. I said it. And that's it. If they reply, if they don't reply, if they never see it, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to do that because that's what I wanted to do. And my whole heart was in that decision. And that's it. Because I'm still at a place right now where I send a text and I'd like a reply. But that's not really how reality works, and reality isn't going to bend to my will or to my blueprints of what I believe reality should be. So as we learn to accept things just the way we are also learning to not regret what we have done, for we are not the same person that we were when we made the regretful decisions. And if you want to have a way to never regret something, then accept reality just the way it is. Accept everything just the way it is. And do not, under any circumstances, do not make a half-hearted decision. If it's not something you want to say hell yes to, it's probably something you should say no to. I think if you do those two things, you'll never even be able to have a regret. Honestly. But if you feel like you do, remember, do not regret what you have done. Embrace the situation, analyze it, grow from it, and move on. If you don't like the person that you are, you can change the person that you are. You're not doomed to be this version of yourself forever. You never were. And if you don't believe me, I'm living proof of it. The me now wouldn't have hurt the person I love with that conversation. He wouldn't have done it. I think actions and change are important. I think that's everything I have to say on this. Is there anything in here that might be worth I guess this is interesting and kind of relates to what I was saying. Samurai cultivated Zanshi, which is the art of remaining calmly attentive. Regret drags the mind backwards, pulling energy away from what's needed right now. A perilous mistake in combat. Yeah. I love when I get to read like some Buddhist stuff. Do not regret what you have done. Instead, simply you know what? I think people hear that and then immediately think, okay, so I can never make a mistake, because if I make a mistake, I'm going to regret it. And that's what regret is. Regret is mistakes. It's like, no, it's not about denying yourself errors. It's not about denying errors themselves. It's about accepting the errors, extracting the lessons that you got from them and growing from it. That's what it's about. That's how you don't regret what you have done. I've done horrible things. I've hurt people. Lost people. Sometimes you lose people that you care about, and The only regret that I have right now at this current moment in my life is that I didn't know how to communicate my fear properly. But I'm not that man anymore. And I know how to communicate my emotions now. And I work on continuing to be able to communicate properly. I work to not be that man again. He's in the past. He's gone. Not the same man I was 6 days ago. I'm not the same man I was 2 hours ago. And I'm still growing and I'm still learning, and that's okay. Genuinely, it's okay. I don't feel like I'm doomed to be the person that I was anymore. And that's interesting because I really thought I was. It's never too late to become the person that you want to be. The compass existed before the clock because direction will always be more important than the time it takes to get there.